T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? Let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're right.
What's up? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, if you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. If you're not playing in the Hardcore Challenge, are you really even playing fantasy football? It's probably just playing with coworkers, relatives, friends on your street. Is that real competition? Is that competition from all over the country? Fuck, continent-wide, not just country-wide. We've got owners scattered all across Canada. Fucking Santa's neighbors, guys riding reindeer, all kinds of stuff. Coast to coast, north to south. The Hardcore Challenge is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. We are on the doorstep of season 14 of competition, and the winds of change continue to blow through. And we just roll with the punches here. We got to go with what happens. It is what it is. And we've got a lot to get into tonight. Try to keep it tight. I've got an agenda, actually. We're going to roll through it. Try to hit this. Keep this tight, concise, get the info out there. Thank you all for joining me. As always, I wanted to make a quick mention. Obviously, the Hardcore Challenge is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. I have taken the Hardcore Challenge formula and now put together a second league. This will only be this other league that I run. This is it. I'm not doing another league. So if you are a Raider fan and you are interested in getting in a Hardcore Challenge format league that is for all Raider fans, you're playing with Raider fans regionally. I've put together 4 divisions: Wild West Raider fans, Elite East Raider fans, Great White North Raider fans, and Dirty South Raider fans. 4 divisions, 16 owners. It's $400 to win and an autographed Josh Jacobs jersey with JSA for the winner, plus Raider Reaction prize pack for runner-up, Raider Reaction prize packs for all of the division winners, over $1,000 in cash and prizes. If you're a Raider fan, you want to get in. Draft is 8/21. All right, now moving on. Enough of that shameless plug. But there are some Raider fans that are going to watch this, and so I want to get that out of the way right away. All right. Let's get to it. First thing on the docket is keepers. Everybody's already been hitting me up. When did the keepers lock? When did the keepers lock? The keepers lock the week before the draft. So 8/21, that Sunday, keepers will lock. So you need to have I would like to see everybody go ahead and go in there and select your keepers. Pick who your keepers would be. Because I just went and looked at the NFC, and the NFC's got their shit together, man. Almost all of their keepers are selected. So that way, if something happens, you end up in a fucking coma, and you're gonna wake up in week 2. At least we know who you wanted to keep. Just go select them. they don't lock until the 21st, and you can change them as many times. Fucking camera, what's up with this camera? And you can change them as many times as you need to before then. It doesn't lock until the 21st. So go ahead and fill them out. So that way, in case you forget and it locks, you've already got your guys in there. The AFC, fuck, like half the league hasn't probably even looked at the goddamn things yet. See, y'all need to, the AFC's sleeping, man. Wake up! Come on, AFC, get with the program. But go select your keepers. They do lock the week before the draft. Draft is 8/28. You see it scrolling on the bottom for those that need visual aids. 6 p.m. Eastern time for the AFC. 6:30. Staggered start for the NFC. I will be doing it live. I will have the share screen on, so you'll be watching the live draft board. I'll drop my dumb ass down in the corner, and I'll be doing live drafts right over the top of it while I'm doing my own draft action right here. I got multi screens. I can do it all. I'll be juggling multi balls. Meet me in the midgets that day here in studio for live draft coverage. We'll have them both going down. Hardcore Challenge live draft coverage season 14. So get your keepers locked. There was an unfortunate opening in the league in the AFC. It's in the Dirty South division. It's in my division, and I'm not going to get into any of the details of why it happened. It is what it is, and we're going to move on. But there's an open spot in the Dirty South division that's been vacated, and we added one in the NFC, we added one in the AFC, and those were, honestly not terribly strong owners historically in the league. One had been one of the worst. So, and that's pretty much the only teams that ever opened up in this league are guys that have figured out over a few years they can't fucking cut it. And, they get sick of getting their ass beat. It's not fun to come in here and get throttled every fucking week. And so those are the guys that usually leave and the spots get opened up. So it's usually always a lesser team like Cleveland Browns or Jacksonville Jaguars that you got to come in, pick up the scraps and build them up and make them your own. It's not a team like this team that's a historical, was a top 10 in the league type team, a historical owner, and a division champion. So this team's a little more loaded. So it made me look at how we add owners into the team as a whole, and going forward how we're going to do it. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to reach out to all of you guys, and I'm doing that right now. This will be the first step in that process. I'll put up a post as well in the group chat. If you guys have anybody who wants to get in this league, there is an open spot. It is in the Dirty South of the AFC. You're taking over a vacated team. They were the division champion last year of this division, and you'll be taking over that team. If you're interested, we're going to do live lottery drafts for any openings now that come open in this league. I will take any names that you guys have of a prospective owner who is very interested. They have to understand this is a multi-year commitment. We expect you to be back seasons to come. This is a hybrid keeper dynasty, custom dynasty league, man. You're building franchises for years to come. You're trying to build a dynasty and not win one championship. You're trying to win multiples like Corey's doing, some bitch. But
In your face, sucker!
but they just have to understand that. And next week, live, Wednesday night, normally I'm not off that late. It was a goofy night last night. I had a business dinner that way too long because guys wanted to hang out too long and chit chat. I'm like, come on, motherfuckers, I got shit to do. I got a show to do. So I was a little disappointed. So it will be definitely Wednesday night next week, and we'll be doing a live drawing for who's going to get that new spot, because I got to get them booted up and ready to go, because keepers locked that Sunday, and the draft's the following Sunday. So this happens to happen quick. So if you got somebody who's interested, throw me their name. Make sure you get it to me. Message me, private message me, please, if you would, so that I have it saved in Messenger. Not just a comment somewhere. But I commented in that one show. You didn't see it in minute 7:30? No, I didn't. So please make sure it gets to me somehow. Midget, telegram, carrier pigeon, something. Just make sure I get it into my hands, and we will get somebody on there for next week. If I acknowledge your comment, that's fine. I don't mind if you comment. I usually go through and see them all anyway, but just make sure I got it or something, so that you know I got it. But that's how we're gonna do it from now on. And I hope next year we have no openings. We've been very close every year. It's always like one guy goes, maybe two, and this year it was the two and then an unfortunate third. So it is what it is. We continue to try to strengthen the league anytime somebody leaves. Put a lot of thought into who's coming in because I don't want to just give it to somebody. And I think the other two owners that we added are really going to add something to this league, different dynamics in Roger and Moses, and so I think it'll be fun and add a lot to the league. I like to add little rivalries inside the league that individuals have, and I think it adds more to the league because scattered throughout this league, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, this guy knows this guy, this guy's knows. So there's little rivalries inside of rivalries, and I think that helps build the league. So I've added a little more of that dynamic into the league by adding these other two owners, and I think it's going to help. So, but that's how we're going to do it, man. So if you got a guy that wants a spot, this is a primo spot. Draft lottery to get it. So we'll see. Little cleanup note. Some of you guys, your old logos have blacked out or they've fallen off or they weren't carried over in the convert when the new season activated. Go check your team logos. Some of you guys do not have a team logo showing, and I see some team names, Bucknuts, like it. What was that? Whatever the fuck your team name was before. Scarlet and Gray. Yeah, Scarlet and Gray is now Bucknuts. I've actually tweaked my name because I'm adding a second fantasy football team to my Commish's roster. So instead of the Raw Dogs, it's now Commish's Raw Dog Nation. It's because I've got two teams, and that's the team name in both of the leagues. So Raw Dog Nation, we're there. We're getting it. We're raw dogging. Double leagues this two-timing. We'll see. But change your names. I would like everybody to pick a name before the season starts, so we've got a name to roll with. Nobody gives a shit. We want you to have a cool, fresh name. If you want to change your name every season, go ahead. But try to roll with it for the remainder of the year. It just makes the keeping of info and stuff for my anal retentive ass to keep everything. I like details. If you guys haven't noticed, I like details. And like the last show, when one little thing gets fucked up, it throws me off, man. I like details. I like everything to run tight. So, just help me maintain details and order. And that's all. That's all I ask. Big Ballers Division, man. The Big Ballers Division is... the Big Ballers Division came up because I thought it was a great compromise. Some of the guys wanted to up the buy-in to put more juice, more action in the league. Because you spend a lot of time in this league, you have to be dedicated to it to be successful, and you want to be rewarded for your efforts. So I fucking get it, okay? It's $1,000 to win. It's $500 to runner-up. Champion gets a ring, your name on the trophy. New trophy to be unveiled soon, very soon. And Corey, you'll have your ring before the season starts. But they thought they wanted more, so we take this division because the points don't really matter in our league. It's all about head-to-head action. It's all about wins and losses. Fantasy points don't even matter in tiebreakers. It comes down to head-to-head action, just like National Football League. So, and then it's strength of schedule, all of that. So we took that out, and now we want to create a division with the points, because you're already playing basically every week to get the most fantasy points that you can. I mean, that's what you're trying to do, score the most points possible. So the Big Baller Division would just be on a points scoring basis, and that is a $100 buy-in, and it would be only for the owners that wanted in. So you're only competing against owners that ponied up the $100 and want in the Big Baller Division. This would be across both conferences. We would just pluck the teams, and it would be strictly on points, and it would be based on cumulative for the season. So whoever was the big baller for the year gets the fucking pot. Pretty simple. But I threw it out there. Hey, we're going to do the invoices for this. Fucking, what did I get? Crickets. This spring, everybody thought it was a great fucking idea. And then I got crickets in response. So, here's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, along with the post I'm going to put up, recruiting owners for our empty spot, I will put up a poll in the owners group on Facebook. This poll is going to be, if you have intent in playing in the Big Baller Division and paying the $100 buy-in and playing in that format for points through the entire season to be the big baller of the year. If you're the big baller of the year, you'll win whatever the pot is. Myself and my son are already in for $200. So there's $200 in the pot. So we started it off. We're already in. So there's 2. Now, but we're not going to play with like 4 or 5 guys, man. We need to at least have like 10 of you to make it like $1,000, and there's 10 of us playing for that. Then now that's a worthy something. Somebody's going to win $1,000 between 10 guys. But somebody mentioned I'm not putting in until I get to draft my team. That's like getting to look at your hand in poker before you bet. Or, you know, that's just not how it works. You don't get to see if you got fucking pocket aces before you're going to put any money in. You got to have something to even sit at the table before they even throw you cards. That's just not how it works. That's not how it works. So, and plus you're going to make waiver wire moves. You're going to trade. The shit, my team was shit at the beginning of the year last year. I ended on a 6-game winning streak and finished 8-6. Because I made trades and my team got better, man. I added Joe Burrow. I added all kinds of fucking weapons. So you're going to add to your team, and your team's going to morph from the draft anyway. So you got to have faith in yourself. You're supposed to be betting on yourself. You're supposed to be a big baller and betting on yourself to be better than all the other guys are going to put in $100. So I say, put your money where your mouth is. I'll put up a poll. We'll see who's really wants to play in the Big Baller League. Because if you say you're going to play, I expect when we send you out an invoice in a day or two after that the $100 is following that. And we don't have to run it down and then we get this like, oh, I decided not to play before the season. No. If you commit in the poll, that means you've committed. You signed in blood. And when we send you an invoice, you're in. So, because we're right up to crunch time here, ladies and gentlemen. It's shit or get off the pot, okay? To be frank about it. You know, I don't have time to dick around and keep doing the, hey, if you guys want in, send me your name. No, fuck that. If you want in, you want the action, get in. If not, back off and I'll pull our $200 off the fucking table and we'll go about the season as we normally go about it. So, that's all I got to say about Big Ballers. Poll will be coming tomorrow and we'll just go from there. End of conversation on that. Addition of 1 keeper next season. It's the only real rule change that's happening. Keep that in mind when you're drafting and planning through this year. You have to, just like this season, we have 5 keepers. 1 is required to be defensive, individual, or team defense. It's required to be defensive. The only change is that we're adding a 2nd mandatory defensive spot. That'll make the keepers go to 6. That's the only difference. It's the only difference. That allows you to carry some of that defensive power season to season that you are, that we made even better last year with the tweak in defensive scoring. So you can keep some of them linebackers. You can keep 2 linebackers. You can keep that stud D-back and that stud linebacker or whatever. But that helps you keep a defensive core to now build your team going forward in the Hardcore Challenge. So remember that rule when you're drafting and going forward, man. You know, it doesn't go into effect until next season. But you need to plan ahead for that. That's why we waited a year to put that thing in. Let's jump over here right quick. I did want to show you guys this before we moved on. I spend a lot of time every year. Hold on, fucking thing. Come on. Hold on. There we go. I spend a lot of time every year updating this and keeping this historically accurate, I guess you would say. Well, that's not working, but whatever. Keeping this historically accurate, and this is the Hardcore Challenge official spreadsheet. And you'll see, I know obviously the print's small as fuck, but you can see as it's broken out in division. Let me drop those graphics off there so you guys can see just a little better. But you see it's broken out in division there, and you can kind of see, at least follow along in the colors, and you can see obviously who the power in each division is. And I thought I would highlight the column over there, obviously, that you can't really see, but that is the join the league column. And obviously the orange down there is me. I'm the only remaining owner from the original 12 owner league in the 2009 initial league. We jumped it up big time after that, went from 16 into 20 owners, and we continued in now to our 32 owner 2 conference, just mimicking the NFL format. So I'm the only original owner from the 2009, but you'll see those yellow highlighted spots, those I would call our original, basically our original 6 with me. It's me, Under the Influence, Matt Keep, Kent Schmidt, Bison Broncos, Mr. Rogers Neighborhood, Tom, Pack Attack is back, and Knoxville Assassins, Brad. We're really the original 6. And you'll see the green, the 5 highlighted green right behind that. They all joined the league in 2011. So these are really our core, the core of this league, man, that has been around a long, long time. And those are Carol with Lamartian, Travis with the Renegade Misfits, J-Dub and the Donkey Punch, Carry On My Wayward Son with Richard, formerly Johnsonville Brats, and Stinky Pinky with Ben. And so we have a very, very solid core in this league, and I just wanted to show that. You know, every year we may get an owner or two that changes and steps down, but like I said, those are usually the bottom feeders of this league. And you'll see that there's historical power scattered throughout the league, and very well scattered, I think, throughout this league. And these guys are all at the top of the GOAT list. These guys are all at the top of the GOAT rankings. So speaking of that, let's move on over and hit the freaking GOAT rankings. As you got Mr. Rogers Neighborhood sitting at the top, our winningest owner. Corey, our reigning 2-time back-to-back defending champ, is sitting at number 2. Donkey Punch, who's been dominant in the NFC since the expansion. He's a former champ, multiple trips to the Cup. Knoxville Assassin, also multiple trips to the Cup. Bison Broncos, multiple trips and a champion. Vegas Anarchy, multiple trips and a champion. Lamartian, champion. Stinky Pinky, champion. Take It Deep, champion. And me, I have an appearance. Long ago. Long ago. And I will post the spreadsheet, and I have GOAT rankings updated at the end of each one of your brackets, so you can currently see, if you're not in the top 10, where you are at currently on the GOAT rankings. I will post that tomorrow. So I'll be putting up some posts for all of you guys for informational purposes and stuff that you guys need to contribute to, man. It's that time of the year. I need you guys to be engaged now, man. It's that time. Let's get after it. It's locked and loaded time, man. It's locked and loaded. So we talk the top, man. We always talk the bottom as well. Jake. Like we talked, way down there on the end of that dirt road was the last time Jake won in week 10 of 2020 with Blackout in a big 6-point victory. So it wasn't a stellar win either. It was, 6 points. Just it's unfortunate. They are currently tied for the worst losing streak in the history of the Hardcore Challenge at 17. Tied with Mo. So it's not a record you want to own. So I'm rooting for him. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. He's got. Hold on. Who's he got in week 1? Who's he got? Why can't I find it? Oh, am I fucking blind? Because I'm looking in the wrong conference. There we go. He's got Dago's Tuesdays. We'll see. Can Jake get off the fucking snide? Extinguish the dumpster fire. That is bad company. Bad company. It's something. It's bad something. Bad coaching. Bad general manager. Bad something. Something's going on. Something's fucking sideways. But we'll see. So I will post all that stuff. I'll post a spreadsheet. I'll post the poll about Big Ballers, and I'll put up the post about possible owners that you may have the interest of filling the league. Remember about your draft, man. The draft's coming up. Check the draft client. When you go to the homepage, man. Hold on. We gotta do tech talk here right quick. When you go to the homepage, right here, All this is shit you need to do. Click your goddamn draft client. Make sure it says all green and you all fucking goes ready to rock and roll. Go set up your draft board. Get it locked and loaded so you got something you can work with. Go set your keepers. They don't lock yet, but go set them. That's the stuff you need to do. There's your important shit right there. Other than that, don't worry about anything else. Make sure you got a team name. Make sure you don't look like Roger. Roger's got to get a team name. He's new. He's got to get a team name and a logo. And we'll fill this spot down here. In the NFC, take a peek at that too. In the NFC, see, we're all good to go. Except for Black Hole. Lines, you got to get a logo. What the fuck is this shit? This is unacceptable. Come on now. Get your shit together. And Bucknuts down here, I like the new name. But Cheesehead, new owner in the Wild West. See, Cheesehead's already coming with a logo in your division. He's making you look bad, Lines. He's making you look bad. How are you going to claim this division and be the new man now that Mo's gone and you can't even get a logo right? I mean, your ownership is questionable at this point. You need to get it together. Tighten up the ship, man. Come on.
Thanks, bro.
Good Lord. All right. Moving on. It's just that time, man. It's that time. I'm gonna start pushing. We've got to get this thing ready. It's my job. This is my job as the commish, the commissioner of this league, the founder of this league, the CEO of everything Hardcore Challenge and Raider Reaction. It is my fucking job to make sure that when the draft starts, that this league is locked and loaded, 100% ready to go. Everybody's on board. Everybody knows what's going on, and we are ready to rock and roll because we can't stop and undo anything once the machine starts. There's very little that I can change and manage. All this stuff needs to be set up, man. The schedule, the draft order, the draft board, the trades, the everything. All this has to be done. So I'm going to push, but that's my job. And that's the reason I'm the commissioner. So let's get ready, man. Week 1 of season 14 is right around the corner. Draft date is right around the freaking corner. It's time to get excited. It's time to get ready. Good luck. Game on. Let's get everything locked and loaded for season 14. I'm out.